Hey Leos, it's your girl, Belladonna Krishana here with your mid-month reading. I am super excited to see you again. Thank you for stopping by and subscribing and liking, etc. I hope that your Mercury retrograde has been amazing. Which it almost sounds like a weird oxymoron because you're like Mercury retrograde amazing though? Like come on, like really? Um for me it has been a lot of electronics breaking. That's one thing. Knock on wood, about my computer. Thank God. Um, but my dishwasher, like randomly, just one day, just like we're done. We don't work anymore. Stuff like that. Uh, I've had a little bit of. It's not necessarily like communication. I guess it's like communication mess ups, but like more so really not knowing what to think and having sort of information feel like it's being ciphered in kind of screwy. That's actually what that is. So usually I'm really in tune or in touch with the elements around me, and lately it's just like all the information's just been kind of like really weird and floody. And so even now I wanted to do these readings really early, and it's just been like feeling not necessarily my best self. Also, springtime, I have allergies, so allergies have definitely played a role in my head feeling really foggy. But yeah, it's been kind of one of those moments where now that the energy's starting to pass a little bit, I'm starting to feel a little bit more clearer. I'm starting to get a little bit more clarity on what I'm supposed to do. But it was like the beginning to like mid of this like Mercury retrograde where I was just like, I don't I have no clue what I'm doing. I don't know what do we come here for. So anyway, I just kind of today started getting back on my really strict regimen of life, if you will. But anyway, so enough chit chat. I'm glad you're here. Let's go ahead and get your reading started. So the first three cards that I pull are from my Liberty deck, which is kind of my more esoteric deck. And then I pull 6 cards from the deck that I typically use when I'm doing readings. By the way, you can always email me or message me in case you would like a reading. I do have spring specials going on until I believe I said the 1st of May. And so, yeah, go ahead and message me and Jazz, and we'll go ahead and get that going, get that started. So we start off with the 3 of Cups. So the 3 of Cups has to do with partnerships. So I feel like one of the big topics that has been on the mind of the Leo has been in regards to partnerships. Now, it could be partnerships that have to do with job, or it could have partnerships to do with relationships. But then even in this case, we have 3, so maybe there's like a third party situation that's been kind of like on your mind a little bit. But this has a lot to do with partnerships. This is also have a lot to do with perhaps feeling a little, what would be the correct word for this? Feeling a bit miffed by your support system. Maybe feeling like you don't have as much support as you thought you did, or maybe not really connecting with the support system that you have. Because I mean, we're talking about Mercury retrograde right now, so like, you know, partnerships are definitely in the twisting and turning and jumbling of this blender called Mercury retrograde. So, but maybe you've also spent a lot of time, so we have the Ace of Cups that comes up next. Before I get ahead of myself, the Ace of Cups comes up next. And I feel like you had gone from having partnerships or having a lot of people around to being in more of a solitary place. But typically the Ace of Cups means new beginnings, which I totally agree with. Like new emotional beginnings and emotional fulfillment, etc. But I feel like you've had to, because we went from the 3 to the 1, and I feel like you feel like you had to kind of pull yourself away emotionally in order for you to figure out what is going to emotionally fulfill you. And so it's this whole element of having to not like cut things out in a excessive way, but sort of cut things out in a way where you can really kind of focus on, what is it that I really, really want? Because a lot of distractions come. I mean, we're cats, so like shiny things sort of like pop out of nowhere, and you're like, oh, that's shiny. Now my attention's diverted from what I was doing. I've actually had to start writing down my goals and what I really want, because otherwise I'll see shiny things and I'll just go for them. And I mean, in extreme ways, because I'm a fire sign. And I have really just had to like sit back and just like focus and just like, no, 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 no. You know what you're doing. You know where you want to go. Let's focus. Let the cat focus. Stop chasing shiny things. So I feel like you guys had to kind of come to a point of like, I need to, being tired of your own bullshit. Part of that is realizing when you're too easily distracted, when it's too easy to distract you from where you want to go and where you want to be. And I feel like there's been a lot of planetary influences over the last few years, um especially, beginning of this year. They've kind of like started waning, but those planetary influences were really hard, and they were trying to transform us into who we are about to become. And it's really difficult to do that when we constantly get distracted by things. So right now in this month, I encourage you to really start to take inventory and take be more aware of where your focuses are going. Be more aware of where your attention's going. You know, I feel like definitely prior to the shadow period of Mercury retrograde, you probably had a pretty solid plan, you know, and you were just working on it. And then Mercury retrograde sort of enters the stagnation period, and out of boredom and seeing shiny objects, we start chasing those things. And it's time to come all the way back and be like, no, no, no. Stagnation is not a need to stop. It's just stagnation for that moment so that you can actually catch up. So energetically you can kind of catch up with yourself. And now it's time to move forward with the plan that you had already set. So we have the Prince of Cups. And I think this is definitely speaking to those shiny objects. This is speaking to the energy of sometimes being a little bit emotionally immature, in areas where it comes to where your fire is going, where your passion's going. It's funny because it's not that the cups specifically have anything to do with Leos, but I always see cups as being um sort of the fire. The cups is that passion. Cups are your emotions. And so it's like we're moving emotionally from, a place of kind of knowing that we have to like retract from the rest of the world so that we're able to. I'm sorry, I'm looking at myself and there's like this glow, and I'm like, oh my god, look at me, I'm glowing, look at all that gold. Yes, bitch. Sorry. Anyway, back to my point. So there's having partnerships, having a lot of people around, maybe even involved in third party situations, and then finally deciding that we're going to kind of take this kind of solitary route emotionally, kind of figure out our shit. And then you have the Prince of Cups, which basically comes in and says, like, just be careful of not being distracted by shiny things. you know being emotionally stable. Emotionally, when I say emotionally, I mean the Leo way, which is everything that we do is out of passion. So everything we do is really emotional, really, because out of passion. So passion is an emotion. And so, just making sure that we get back on track, instead of like, because otherwise we're going to slide back into old patterns, and it doesn't matter what the planets are doing and how they're trying to push us forward. We're just going to move back into old patterns, and then we're not going to get anything accomplished. And there's a lot coming up. I feel like there's a lot coming up, and I feel like it's going to be absolutely amazing. I feel like we're like this close. If we just keep our head in the game, team, just our head in the game, I feel like we're going to be cool. So I am going to pull 6 more cards from my other deck, and then we're going to see what that says. So, hold on. Okay, I don't know if I can shuffle silently because it's kind of awkward, yeah? Should I like sing a song for you? I can't even think of a song right now. What's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? This is like your waiting music while I'm shuffling. What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? Okay. I'll pull 6 cards now so you can not have to suffer through me singing Tina Turner's What's Love Got to Do with It? Available on iTunes. So, what do we got here? Yes. Okay, so let me just start off with, oh my god, my eye is like going crazy right now. I have these contacts in. Sometimes you put contacts in and it's just, your eyes just kind of not right after you put them in, but you still try to go forward. But then like you notice that you're just constantly like blinking and like pulling on your eyelashes to try to fix it. Whatever. Anyway, bottom of the deck is the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is the card of planting seeds and allowing time and having patience for those seeds to grow in their due time, in their due season. So what you need love-wise, what you need, career-wise, what you need is, you've planted the seeds of intention and you're going to have to wait for those seeds to actually develop. There's just no other way around it. Like you can't keep watching you can't keep watching the plot of which you planted your seed and be like, have you grown yet? Did you grow yet? Are you grown yet? Next day, did you grow yet? Like you can't do that. You have to actually wait for the season to come for, your crops to actually bear fruit. And that's just what it is. But it's coming, but you gotta wait. So, all right. Okay. All right. Okay, so here's what we got. We have the 4 of Cups. I'm going to say that this could be either us or another person, but okay, I'm going to be very Leo about this. I think this is about another person. So, or an opportunity. So there's the cup that's being offered from the heavens, from the gods. And then there's this dude sitting here and he's not even paying attention to the cups. He's like, well, I have these other cups here, but I'm not satisfied, taking it for granted. I feel like, given the fact that there is so much illumination here and we are the sun, I feel like this has to do with us feeling like we've offered enough. Like we've offered, folks ain't having it. We have given you gold. We have given you a gift from the gods. And people aren't taking it, And it's kind of one of those things that puts us in the 3 of Swords feeling, which is like, well, shit. What's the use in being the sun if people are just going to put on shades? It's like you can't enjoy all this goodness. You can't enjoy all this life. Like, what's going on? And so, I feel like, and this probably happened right around the Mercury retrograde area. I could probably confirm that probably happened around the Mercury retrograde area, like time when it first started. And we have the Tower in reverse, which is here, which is basically saying like, it felt like another failure. So it was like, here I am, I'm trying, feels like another failure. But indeed, it is not, my friend. It is just another element of shifting you right back into focus. So whatever this was threw you off focus, and now you're shifting back into focus. Okay? So, also, it's not a failure because here's the star card here. So this could be a relationship. This could be an opportunity with a job. This could be, you could have gone for a job and you were like, listen, I got all these skills, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Like, I got it. You want to hire me. Why would you not want to hire me? Like, I can bring you life to your company, and feeling like that opportunity has been missed. And it has not been missed, boo. It hasn't been missed. They might have missed out, or maybe they didn't, and maybe it was just the moment that just needed, things need to calibrate in the universe for it to actually work. Always reminded of that story of Oprah when she wanted to be on The Color Purple. There's videos all over YouTube about it, but she wanted to be in The Color Purple, and she was like, she didn't get the first audition, and she was like, okay, well, I want to be able to thank God for having this opportunity, but like, I'm also ad-libbing, by the way. Like, I can't tell us verbatim because I don't remember verbatim, but I took the parts that I know. So, she was like, I can't thank you, God, for this opportunity because like I don't have it. And I want to watch the movie, but I can't watch the movie because like some other bitch gonna be in the movie, and this was my opportunity. This is the thing that I really, really wanted. And then as she let it go, as she was like, all I can do is sort of let it go. And she decided that she was just going to, work out and things like that and be her better self. Then she got a call from Steven Spielberg, which was like, yo, we totally want you on this film. And thus the history of The Color Purple via Krishana. So my point is, the star card comes up and says, you have to kind of and I've said this before, and this is just kind of a common theme in general, you kind of just got to let the universe do what it do. And you have to sort of trust the process and know that the things that you desire are coming. They are so on their way. They're coming. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. I know that the last couple years have been a little rough. Lord, do I know, but you are going to be fine. And you just have to trust the process. This is the hope card. This is the card of hope, of things coming, of, and this isn't even reversed, because if it was reversed, it would be like, but not right yet. This is basically saying like, it's coming, boo. Just chill, We have the Emperor card. So we're entering Aries season. So, we have the Emperor card. And so I feel like this has to do energetically with, there's going to be you're going to go from a place where there was not a lot of opportunity, or opportunities are coming, but they seem to be fleeting, to all the opportunities coming to stay. It's about to happen. The Emperor card also can stand for, you kind of owning your shit. Like, you kind of taking more of a role in your own movie, and so financially having your stuff together, being able to sort of like run your life the way that you feel like you need to run it. I've noticed that even in this sort of period of time that we've had of things kind of, opportunities being kind of hit or miss, I have definitely grown within myself and realized my value of what I am willing to put up with and what I'm not willing to put up with. And that information has actually like filtered through my entire kingdom, because we are royalty, because we are Leos. Yes. So it's filtered through my entire kingdom. And so it's kind of one of those things where I'm like, I'm a better judge of character now. I am a better ruler because I'm able to say like, oh, you know what? I can totally do this, and like, nah, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. And walk away and be perfectly fine, knowing that whatever the better or best opportunity that's going to vibrate with my fierce ass self is going to come, and with a quickness, you know? And so it's kind of just allowing things to sort of fall into place, but with the structures that you've set up. And not like we're fixed signs so we can be stubborn, not without listening to both the arguments, but also being like, hey, you know what? I've gone through enough stuff. I've dealt with a lot of life. And at this point in my life, I want X, Y, and Z to come to me, and being very discerning about opportunities that come, and not being so distracted by the shiny objects that come back and forth, because shiny objects will still be shiny all day, every day, you know. So we also have the Six of Cups in reverse. And this is, okay, this is a warning and also a sort of prophecy, if you will. So the warning is, let the past go. The past ain't shit. Let the past go. Don't be pining over your ex. Don't be pining over, past opportunities that you felt like you might have missed. You didn't miss them. Okay? Stop. Just stop doing it. It's not cute. Don't do it. But this is also saying that there's not even going to be really opportunity to do so. I feel like in this next phase, which is going to last for about 2 years from I think it's the Libra full moon that just happened. I had a beautiful ritual, by the way, on that time. I hope your Easter was good, etc. So I feel like we're not even going to be able to go back to past energies and stuff like that because we're going to see how much it does not just doesn't fit anymore. It's like trying to wear old clothes, trying to wear clothes in 6th grade. You're like, you your titty's too big. It's not. You can't. It's not going to happen. You know, it's like you're just not going to be able to go back to things that you thought you once like lived and died for because you got a whole brand new life going on now. And so it's time to just step into that and know that the stagnant period of which we felt like was happening was just a perception because things sometimes energy needs to sort of feel stagnant. The winter needs to happen, right? Before spring comes. Like it's nature's own metaphor for the progression of life, for the progression of cycles and seasons, you know? So, it's all good. You're moving forward. What looked like failure was not failure. Your ships, I always say ships are coming in because I feel like it's all about something about ships and ships coming in has been sort of a thematic, in terms of this year, really. And so your ships are coming in. Run your shit. Run your shit. Run your shit. Don't take, my mom always says, don't take wooden nickels from nobody. Do not take no wooden nickels from nobody because you are royalty. You are a Leo. You are the lion. You run the motherfucking jungle. Okay. And also, don't be pining for the past. The past, you don't need the past back. You have such a bright and beautiful future ahead of you with a little bit of work and a little bit of patience. That pining for the past ain't gonna get you nowhere, so don't do it. Okay? I love you guys. You guys are so amazing. And if you guys want to book a reading, my information is down below. If you just want to holla, my information is down below. If you like these videos, like, share, subscribe, etc. And I will talk to you guys next month. Okay? Bye.